always tries to put my real age, but he can't even remember that. So I end up being younger than I am.
It's all good.
Yeah. Well, they always say it's however you feel, that's how old you are. So every day it varies. But
yes, exactly. I agree fully.
Let's talk about this great event you have coming up.
Well, it's right around the corner, date-wise, but it's going to be February 16th in New York City with One Life to Live's Eileen Kristen and Leah Delaria. And we may be announcing a special guest in, the next couple of days. We're just waiting for confirmation from this person. So hopefully we'll be able to say who that person is.
Okay. Yeah, but, come on. Eileen Kristen and Delphina. What more do you need, really? That has to be a blast.
If you thought Leah was funny on TV, if you've never seen her in person, it's ridiculous. She's so funny.
I would love to see her. But, of course, I live in Chicago, where nothing happens.
Hey. We started in Chicago. We haven't forgotten about Chicago. Just give us a moment.
Yeah, I know. And I'll never let you forget either.
But yeah, so we're really excited. It's going to be at Prohibition, and most everybody knows who Prohibition is and where it is in New York. It's on the Upper West Side on 84th and Columbus, but it's the bar that Alicia Minshew's husband Richie owns. So.
Oh, cool. I thought the name sounded familiar.
And I wanted to clear some air on something. There were some people saying that there might it's they're shutting down. They're actually opening special for us to just have this event there. So I was really excited that, because I go way back with Lish and Richie, and, he was nice enough as a friend to open up the venue for us and let us have our event there. So we're very thankful for that one.
Yeah, definitely. At least you're not in, just some little room or something like they have parties sometimes, special parties, and this will be nice to have the whole place for you.
Bren just texted me and said she's on hold.
Oh, really? Okay. Bren?
Hey.
Hey,
there
you can
she
hear
is.
Now.
I've been on hold for 30 minutes. Crazy.
I don't know, but you weren't. You were live, and I don't understand why you couldn't hear. I don't know if it was our connection or if it was your connection, or I don't know. It was the Greeblies. I always have to blame them when I can't explain something. The little green guys that do it. But I'm glad you're here now, and Jason's talking about your event with One Life to Live with Eileen Kristen and Leah Delaria.
Great. I'm glad that he's filling everybody in on that. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and now it's from 12 to 3 p.m. And what do they get with that? Tickets are $85, right?
Yes. And we actually are going to do a little discount for your Take Two radio listeners.
Oh, yeah.
So, if anybody is listening live still, and we'll give them, probably through tomorrow, we're going to give you a discount and discount the tickets to $75 for listening to the Take Two 500,000 listener program celebration.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. We did hit over 500,000 in just over 10 weeks, and I still cannot believe that. So, thank you for doing that.
So we're but we're gonna do it kind of different. If people who are getting to this part and listening to the show, if you're in the New York City area or planning to be in New York on February 16th, email us at fanevents@soap-socialite.com and put in the subject Take Two Radio, and we will do an invoice for $75 because if you go to our website, it's still the full price for $85. So
Okay, so subject line is Take Two Radio. And you said it was fan events at soap-socialite.com?
You got it.
Okay, and how long is that special good for?
We'll do it through tomorrow. We'll see,
Okay.
Maybe I'll be in a really good mood and extend it a little bit, but we'll see.
Okay, so through January 24th, email fanevents@soapsocialite.com, subject line Take Two Radio, and get your tickets to see Eileen Kristen and Leah Delaria for $75.
Open bar.
Okay.
Duh. It's open bar.
A portion of the proceeds will be going to the Hurricane Sandy Relief Fund, and we'll also be previewing Eileen's upcoming CD. And we're going to have some great raffle prizes, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Eileen and Leah together, who knows what's going to happen.
Oh, my gosh, I can't even imagine. I want to be there so bad.
But we're hoping, like I said earlier before Bren got on, that we're this close to getting a special guest there, and as long as that all goes through, we can announce that in the next day or two. But there will be somebody else there. We just can't say who yet. So.
Such a tease.
But the fans will
every
be
caller that we've had today has been a tease with something.
Oh, I also have some part tidbits that I wanted to let you guys in on.
Okay.
Because I'm such a tease. I've been teasing everybody on Twitter. So I do know that there are two characters that are being recast. And all I can say about that is one will call Mrs. Butterworth and one will call Mr. Joe Schmo. So that'll tell you the genders.
Okay. Yeah, that helped.
And feel free to speculate on who you think it is. They are related to characters that have already signed. So
they're related to people that already signed. Okay. Any guesses in the chat room? And Dom wanted to talk to you, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him on. Maybe he has some guesses.
Okay.
Okay. Dom, you're back on.
Hello, all. I'm sorry. I'm just a little giddy over the fact that, and Brent will be happy to know that once again, I won something.
What did you win?
A free song by Michael-Damian.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
his new song, Rock My Heart.
Yeah, he asked the question, what was the song he sung on American Bandstand in 1986, and I answered, and I won something. So I won again when it came to soap opera trivia.
The trivia king strikes again.
I know, right?
Yeah, if it's not All My Lesbians, it's Michael-Damian. So I cover all the bases. So you said that it was male and female related to individuals who have already been signed. You know what? In a very rare occurrence, I got nothing.
Well, Enrique is saying he knows that Matthew and Destiny from One Life to Live are being recast, but I thought I saw that Andrew signed. Am I wrong?
Oh, actually, Matthew was Eddie Alderson.
Or Eddie Alderson. Maybe that's what
Andrew.
I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Andrew. Okay, so Matthew and Destiny.
The two that I'm referring to are from All My Children.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Huh. So we have a male and a female recast who are related to people who've already signed with All My Children. That's an it. Well, that's like all good plot twists. That's something that is very interesting. But again, I, in a very rare occurrence, is drawing a blank here.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get to my Facebook page to look at who was cast for All My Children.
Here's my opinion. Here's my opinion. As Enrique just said, I was going to say the same thing. It could be Frankie and what's her face? Randy. Thank you. I couldn't remember her character name. Because we already have Jacob and Angie, so it could be Frankie and Randy.
that's a possibility.
Well, in Pine Valley, everyone is related to everyone, so...
Exactly.
Good point.
Okay, so we have Darnell is signed, Debbie Morgan is signed, Vincent Irizarry, Lindsay Hartley, Jordi Villasuso, Jill Larson, and Torsten K. That's the list I see so far.
Yes.
And Brent said that these are people now related to, when you said related, you said actors who have already signed?
Well, to the characters.
Oh, okay, related to the characters. So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking it could be Frankie and Randy, too, because, you're right.
It makes sense.
Jesse and Angie's children, yeah.
Well...
Oh, no, okay, well, Randy's not, but Frankie is.
Oh, and good speculating, but no, you're wrong. The funny thing about the reboot, too, is it's kind of a grab bag of characters.
Yeah.
Maybe they're aiming for all my doctors, but...
Yeah, they still haven't gotten LaLucci yet.
Interesting cast. So they might not necessarily be who you would expect.
Is Alicia Minshew being recast?
I don't know.
Me neither. They got Torsten. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe her.
Yeah, I of course, and Bren knows this. I of course am still pushing for Christina Lynn third. Glendenning. I know that's a long shot, but big.
Well,
Bren knows more than I do, so.
Yeah, obviously.
I have recently spoken with both of them, and I have not heard anything regarding that from.
I was going to say, especially now that Sarah's pregnant, I don't think they commute between LA and Connecticut while having a baby.
I do know the filming schedule. They're aiming to start shooting in 3 weeks, and it's going to be 5 weeks on, 5 weeks off, alternating shows.
Okay.
That is a little bit different structure this time. So that'll be good for them, for allowing them to pursue other side projects, which most of them are involved with.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that we weren't going to get. We all knew we weren't going to get everybody back, especially because for example, Jacob Young is on Bold and Beautiful now. So I knew we weren't going to get anything back. I'm still waiting for them.
Darnell is on the Young and the Restless.
Yeah, but I'm still waiting for Susan Lucci though, because if they get her, then the thing will be legit, so to speak. But
somebody in the chat room, Enrique, said Petey and Marissa.
What?
And David said Tad and Dixie.
Uh-huh. Really don't think Tad and Dixie are going to be ever recast.
No.
That'd be a hard one. That'd be like recasting Erica Kane and Jackson Montgomery.
Yeah. Well, isn't this an interesting show we're having right now?
Well, in the meantime, while everybody's brains are working, what else you got cooking?
We're gonna, if people haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, the February issue will be out by this weekend, and we're gonna do another, our monthly contest where we named the soap fan of the month. We had some really good entries last time, so we came up with a really good question this time, so we're hoping we'll get some more entries. But if you want to remind your viewers, if they haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, it's newsletter@soap-socialite.com, and we'll go ahead and add your name to the list, and you can start receiving it with the February issue that'll be out this weekend. But other than that, we retooled 2 previously announced events that we're going to turn into hopefully a very huge weekend for a great organization that it will benefit, who I was hoping to say who that was today, but they didn't return my phone call. So, mum's the word on that for now. But we're working on some stuff, but we're just going to try to stay mum's the word so we can, secure more actors first. So
we found if we announce